So you guys know Keemstar hates me. A lot of you might not know why. And this question ties into the truth behind all that. When it started, I only knew of Keemstar, really. Like, I guess I knew his, like, fag videos and I knew $2. Like, I knew what he was doing on YouTube. But my impression of him was formed by his disagreements with Wings of Redemption. Of course, I know Wings really well. And he and Keemstar butted heads to the point where things kind of went off the rails for a while. And Sark, when he worked at Machinima, had to, like, negotiate a peace. And it really went kind of crazy. So my impression of Keemstar was not so positive. And then he reached out to me, and I'll tell you, like, for all of Keemstar's faults, being able to charm someone is a strength of his. And, you know, he gives me the line, like, Woody, you know, Keemstar is just a character I play on the internet. I am Daniel Keem. Get to know him. And me being foolish and gullible, like, listened to it. And he wanted to start a business with me involving, it was Call of Duty esports at the time. And the principal idea behind it that was going to make it, like, better than MLG, which was the biggest thing at the time, was that, well, there was a couple. One was that teams would be tied to cities. And I think that's a brilliant idea. I think that right now, like, you don't know who to start with. It's really difficult to even get involved because who are you cheering for? If I get into football or hockey or baseball, I have a starting point. Like, I instantly know I can cheer for the Panthers even if I don't know a player on the team. And then over time, learn more about it. You know, you learn the rules, you learn the players, you learn that stuff, but people pick a team first. And that's a barrier to entry in current esports. Some of the other things were that all the teams were going to be led by popular YouTubers, which is funny because I feel like it's evolved to that. You know, like Optic, Cloud9, etc. Like, all of the players are kind of well-known personalities, which wasn't the case back in, I'm making up a date, I'm going to call it like 2012. So it was going to be like the Team Art Chicago Raptors. I don't know, I made that last part up. You know, the X-Jaws Philadelphia Killers or whatever. So, you know, if you're from New York, then you instantly know, like, you're going to root for that Sandy Ravage team, and it'd be an easier way to get into it. To wrap up the, like, you know, Keemstar thing, just as it was, like, in its birthing stage, you know, as we were, like, drawing up documents and stuff, I realized that he wasn't the right business partner for me. It seemed like my role was to use my ties throughout, like, the YouTube and COD community to get all those people on board and get a critical mass. There was another guy whose role was to, like, create some business documentation and stuff like that. Maybe a future that I would have had a tech role for website and whatever. But Keemstar's role seemed to just be to yell at everybody. Just to, like, he would always, like, practically whip this guy who wasn't doing the business documents as fast as he wanted him to. And everything was just like, you guys aren't as dedicated as I need you to be. But, like, from a leadership perspective, I didn't see him pulling the train. He was just bitching that the train didn't go more. And I thought, yeah, this isn't a fit for me. So, you know, I kind of gracefully backed out. And that's when he started doxing me. He didn't literally dox me. What he would do is other people would dox me, and then he'd tweet out those videos with the things like, hey everyone, this guy shouldn't be doxing Woody. Go to this video and flag it. But, like, please, you know, we make a living in social media. We know that that's promoting a video, even if you're underhandedly pretending that you're trying to take it down. So, and then that's where I realized he wasn't my friend.